I tell you what, there's nothing I enjoy more than spending a Friday evening with a cold beer and my ladies. As you can see, I got the medium supers in the back of my truck. They're ready to be put in place in their new location with the Hives. I also brought with me some spare full-size frames for the supers just in case. Only thing left to do is put on my bee suit. So we're gonna start off with Hive 2. I've already added just sugar water to Hive number 1. Like I said, they don't need another box on top because they're very slow. So we're gonna begin with Hive number 2. And all we're gonna do, there's a lot of dead bees up here. But these guys are doing great. Let's get them some sugar water. Excuse me, ladies, coming through. Little sweets for my sweets. Keep these ladies spoiled. Let's add the queen excluder. Again, let's be careful not to injure any bees in this process here. That looks good there. One thing we forgot, start over again. So while I got the hive open, the first thing I'm gonna do is add this pollen patty. I got this from my cousin. They told me it's a good thing to use during the summer months. It's the 1st of August, and you know, pollen's probably hard to come by for these ladies, and I heard that's a good supplement for them. So now they have some sugar water, some pollen, and now we're gonna add this queen excluder. This is gonna prevent the queen from coming up top. So therefore the boxes up here will have hopefully just pure honey. Let's get everything lined up, looking straight. It's looking good. Let's put our lid back on. Again, very careful not to squash any bees in this process. Let's move on to hive number 3. Okay, so we're at hive number 3. We're about to repeat the process. Take the lid off. Take this lid off. These ladies here looking great. How you doing? Let's get this pollen set up. I don't know what this stuff's made out of or where you get it, but it's kind of sticky. So y'all tell me if I'm doing this right. I'm taking both, like, wax paper off both sides. I'm applying this to the top right here. I'm gonna follow it up with some sugar water. Uh-oh. Got a big measuring cup. I'm using 4 cups per hive. So we got the sugar water, we got the pollen. Next thing is add our screen. If you look closely, you can see these honeybees are all over that little pollen patty. I guess they're loving it already. Let's add this queen excluder. Again, being very careful not to squash any honeybees. Excuse me, miss. You heard that? That's miss. No misses. I don't allow these ladies to date. That's looking good there. Let's add our box. That looks good. Okay, we're at hive number 4. Same process. Let's take the lid off. Inspect the ladies. Look, you're trying to learn how to fly. There you go. Oh, wow. These ladies are all up here. I'm gonna start off by adding this pollen patty right here. Man, I'm putting this stuff in my pocket. Probably a bad idea. This is probably gonna attract them. Let's add the sugar water. Let's put our excluder on. All right, on to the next hive, hive number 5. Let's see how we're looking. Got some bees up here. They are active. Look at all this. Let's add our sugar water. Once I put this on, they're gonna be on this thing in no time. You can tell they really love this stuff right here. I don't know what it is. Might have to try it for myself. Look at that, we got this just in time. That red jacket just showed up. We have to get this dude out of here. There we go. Let's be very careful. All right, hive number 6, we're almost done. Give her a peek. Not too much going on right there. Now we haven't gone around to do maintenance on this thing, so let's see how she's doing. Not too bad. All this needs to be cleaned up bad. I got stuff everywhere. I don't got my tools with me to pull out the frames, but you can see a bunch of new honeycomb all through here. This one here looks empty though. Let's go ahead and top her off with some sugar water. Let's add our pollen patty. This is a little smaller piece. Trying to be fair as much as possible. You know, it's kind of hard though. Man, I would say let's leave this paper on, but I don't trust these ladies. They might try to encapsulate this into their hive somehow. Well, I can't get this paper off, this wax paper, so I'm gonna leave this wax paper on this one, and we'll monitor it and see what happens. But you can tell they're loving this stuff. All right, last one, hive number 7. Let's see how we're looking. Very little bees on the box. Let's see how this lid's looking. We got some up here. They're working up here. Let's go ahead and apply it right here. And I believe we are just about done. Well, I got some bad news. I think this hive is no more. I don't see much action going on in here. So let's take a peek. I see a couple of bees moving right there, but it's looking very slow. All right, I'm seeing some bees, not nearly as there was when we initially put in here, but there are still some in here. They're right around this edge right here. There's nothing on this side really. Let's give them some more sugar water. We still have a little bit of pollen patty left, so I'm gonna leave it as is. They have sugar water. That should suffice them for as little as there are right now. So hives number 2 through 7 received a new box. Hive number 1 remained the same. And hive number 8, which is my new possible hive, well, that remains undetermined. I still have to go back through it one more time to verify the queen's still there. Again, these hives require a lot of attention, a lot more than I thought it would. But you know what? Nothing's easy. That's why I started this channel. Do work. It's all about earning every step, and that's what we came here to do.